We are, okay. Kind of crunch time in the season. Mindset of the team, any extra special message for the guys, or for the girls, what's the message to your team right now?
Well, I think for us it's still controlling what we can control, and I think I'm looking forward to us bringing it up to the next level. And we kind of talked about that yesterday during film, about worrying about us and not worrying about what everybody else is doing. Because at the end of the day, if we're not taking care of business, it doesn't matter.
Can you talk a little bit about the weekend ahead and the special nature of it? I know one of your assistants is a cancer survivor, and just what it means to be involved in a cause like that.
Yeah, it's something that hits home for us, and it has a little bit more of a meaning for us. And I think Coach Pick has done a great job. She kicked cancer's butt, and she's out here every day making sure that reminding cancer that it didn't win. So for us, it's a great opportunity to shed some light on different organizations in the Valley and obviously across the nation to help out.
Having that personal connection to it, like you do with Sarah's story, do you sense from players and maybe even your own personal feelings that it means a little bit more? I mean, obviously it's a great thing to be involved with any time, but when you have the personal connection, do you sense from your players maybe that they really like being involved and helping to fight?
Yeah, I do, and I think all of us, I think a majority of us have all been touched by somebody who has fought that battle, and I know I have family members that have battled and won against cancer, and we also have people that didn't win that battle and live on in our hearts. And so I think for us and for our players, it's something that, with having Coach Pick on staff, is very special.
As a coach, and having gone through something like that, like Sarah has, do you see in her maybe a little extra connection or a little extra life lessons that she can impart on the kids? Having gone through an experience like that, do you think that they kind of stand up and listen to her a little bit more?
Yeah, I think whenever you go through big life changes, life battles, it puts life in perspective. We've had some of those through our program in just our 3 years here, and I think it helps you put life in perspective. For me, it helps me go home, and even if we have a bad practice, whatever, you give your kids a big hug and tell them you love them. And I think for our players, we've all gone through this, and we've gone through these type of tough days, together. And I think for them, it just puts life in perspective.
Final question. I know you say you're kind of focused on your own team, which I totally understand. In the same sense, one of the great things about baseball and softball, big league level, is the pennant race, right? And it kind of occurs to me that the Mountain West is kind of setting up like a little pennant race right now. You got 3 teams tied, and you got 3 weeks left in the regular season. So is this a kind of fun time to be playing softball in this conference?
Absolutely, and you wouldn't have it any other way. I mean, we are in control of our destiny, and I said jokingly on the radio, but not really jokingly, that we need to go 1-0 9 times. And I think that's our key, is for us to worry about one game at a time and winning those individual games, and then as a result, we'll be where we want to be at the end of the year.